Hi, happy holidays or happy Christmas season. I think depends on who says what. But anyway, we're talking about Christmas, the Christmas season, and the pressures that we all know come with it, but we rarely talk about them. You know what's funny? Growing up, I never used to care about putting up a Christmas tree. My parents or our parents or my siblings, they would bring it up literally every year, especially for me and my sisters. And we'll just never really be interested in it. I don't know if it was just teenage rebellion or I wasn't really very quote unquote girly or very festive because I did love the aspect of Christmas. You know, we used to have vacations, go on holiday, or new clothes and all of that. But the whole cheer and decorating a tree and putting it in the house and saying, "Oh my goodness, this looks beautiful," that was never me. Not even my sisters. Now I went out and bought a very tiny tree. I think I was just tasting the waters. I bought a 4 foot tree and some Christmas decorations and I set it up and I was very excited. I was very happy. I was like, oh my, this is what this feels like. So I feel like next year I will probably get a bigger tree and have lights and decorations in my house so I can feel, that the Christmas is here. I'd also play the Christmas music like I'm in a movie or something. But Christmas movies is where I draw the line. It's the same plot, and I feel like sometimes they're a little bit too cliche. But anyway, some of them are kind of nice. But binge watching Christmas movies, that's still, I know, I have not gotten to that Christmas spirit and Christmas cheer. Who knows? Maybe it will grow on me. I don't know. Anyway, I think I've just realized that the small things in life, kind of grow on you. Or I don't know if it's just infectious from other people or it's just you growing up as a person and you start to appreciate the small things about life, but they grow on you and you just find, the joy. Things start to matter in a way that they never used to. So I think that's probably adulting. Yeah. But also, if we're being honest with ourselves, there's the other side of this season. And for some people, this season isn't really about joy, or maybe they're just conflicted. They have two feelings about it, and they don't know where to lean to the most. Should I be happy or should I be worried? December can also feel like a mirror, a very huge mirror. You know, like how you have this mirror that is facing you, so you're saying yourself. So it feels like a mirror where you're saying everything you didn't do for the year, everything that didn't happen, everything that fell apart, all the goals and dreams that you wrote down in your book on January 1st or 2nd, or just entirely the first part of the year. And now December is here, and you start questioning your life and you're wondering, did I go wrong? Did things just not happen? Did I, you're just comparing yourself with other people. So it kind of makes you a little bit unhappy. While people are posting Christmas vacations and photo shoots and gifts and celebrating their milestones, like we did it this year, you find yourself thinking, I didn't accomplish anything really. I didn't, things didn't go as I planned for them to. Um, and I'm not where I wanted to be for this year. And I'm growing older, and everybody seems like they're ahead except for myself. Outside, you're happy, you're seeing the Christmas decorations, the setups, the whatever else is going on. But inside, you're wrestling with disappointment and wrestling with all the things that just didn't happen for you. And I think that it makes us emotional because it forces us to reflect, and not always in a gentle way to ourselves, because sometimes we don't know how to extend grace to ourselves. We are a little bit harsh when we're judging ourselves. And at the beginning of the year, after you have all of these goals and there's the hype and the excitement, I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that. And this year, this will change, or this will be better. But life doesn't always follow our timelines. I can tell you that for sure. Sometimes a year takes a drastic turn or a completely different direction. And sometimes you're just surviving. You just go through the entire year surviving, you know? And sometimes your highest accomplishment is that you didn't give up. You're there, you're living, you have gone through the furnace and you're still being molded. Because I won't even say you've come out the other end of the tunnel. You've probably not, and you're still in the tunnel, but you thank yourself for that. You're like, okay, at least I'm still here. I'm still going forward. I'm still going through the tunnel. I'm still going through the furnace, you know? And that should count for something. But we don't allow ourselves that grace. We compare timelines, we compare milestones, which is nature. It's just human nature. It's hard to not compare yourself with your friends, with your age mates, with your siblings, your family, and all of that. We compare achievements. We forget that everybody has their own grace. And this sounds like pep talk, something that people tell you all the time. And sometimes it's hard to really, really grasp that concept and ingrain it in yourselves. But everybody has a story, and we have different chapters in all our stories or our books. Someone may have 5 chapters, another person has like 20, another one has like 40, and some chapters are slow compared to others. So this year, instead of asking ourselves, what didn't you achieve, what didn't Sheena achieve, maybe let's try something like, what did life teach me? What have I survived this year, and why did I survive that? What grew in me even when nothing around me seemed to move? And what small wins did I overlook? What am I grateful for this year? What did I learn about myself? Because the truth is, we're not necessarily behind, we're just living a human life. And human lives don't always look like December highlights. So as you put up your 8 foot, 7 foot, 4 foot, 3 foot tree, or even no tree at all, um, sit with yourself and just remember, you're allowed to enjoy the small moments in life, even though the big ones have not happened. Like if you set out to, I don't know, get married or have a baby or get promoted at work or start a business and that didn't work out, but you probably achieved something so trivial that you wouldn't recognize that as an achievement, please thank yourself and appreciate yourself and give weight to that small win. Like recognize it and sit with it and appreciate yourself for getting that win, however small it may be. And also, you're allowed to rest without feeling guilty. You're allowed to enter a new year without performing for anyone. Most of us think like, oh my goodness, the year is beginning. I have to have my things together. I have to go to the gym. I have to have the latest clothes, or I have to look good, or I have to be in this apartment, or I have to write goals. Like we have formal about the stuff that other people are doing with their lives. You don't necessarily have to do that. You don't have to start the year performing. Just be real with yourself. Your year could always just begin in July or March or I don't know, whatever. We all don't have to begin our year in January on a high note. We don't. So just be kind to yourself. I think this is something that I'm going to try to practice because I judge myself too harshly. The people around me know that. Like when things just don't go my way or the way that I've planned, or I have like these dreams, or I feel like this should happen at this particular time. So when it doesn't happen, it messes me up so much that I forget that there's some small things that have happened that I should be grateful for, or where I was last year is not really where I am. I may not have taken huge strides, but the small steps I've taken should count for something really. But if this year is not ending the way you expected it to, I guess that's okay because we're all just starting anyway. You are allowed to start from zero, you're allowed to reinvent yourself, and we're all just learning life as we go. We've not lived before, so you're starting from lack of experience or from experience, whatever, but you're allowed to feel bad and just don't give up. Basically, that's it. So, yeah, as you plan your holidays, vacations, and vacations, and going to the villages or wherever, when people ask you why you're not married, when are you having a baby, Your cousin has a car. When are you getting a car? Tell them to just mind their own business because they're living their lives and so are you. So just take it one step at a time. I know that this are stuff that we hear a lot. Everybody says these things. Everyone will tell you, hey, you're not alone. Please don't give up. You've done all of this stuff. And sometimes it's easier hard than put into action. But at the end of the day, what are you going to do? So allow yourself to process the feelings and who knows, your breakthrough is coming in whatever aspect you're looking at it. So yeah. Anyways, that's all I had for. Oh man, this reminds me of my TV days when I used to end the show like that. That's all we had for you this week. Please catch us next week. Anyway, that's all I had this session. Thank you guys so much for tuning in and watching this. Please share with me in the comments or just send me a just send messages on YouTube. I don't even know how this platform works. Anyway, just comment and tell us what you're thankful for this year as the year ends or what has made you unhappy. Just be in your feelings, whatever it is, just be in your feelings and share with us. We are, or I am just ready to listen and learn and pick up different experiences from you guys. All right, see you next time. Bye.